All right, what's up, folks? It's Friday morning, 6:20 a.m. in the morning. Happy Friday, folks. We're doing a cut test with the OKnife Freeze 3 limited edition in Damascus. It's like a low etch Damascus with a nice shiny polish on it. I think it looks really nice, the finish and the Damascus. Just very reflective. Blade steel here is Damascus, of course. Now, I just looked on the OKnife website, and the type of Damascus is not specified. It just says Damascus. It does say that the Rockwell hardness is 60 plus or minus 2. That doesn't, I mean, yeah, 60 could be good for this kind of Damascus. It could be bad for this kind of Damascus. I have no idea. So that doesn't tell you a whole lot, except that it's pretty hard. It theoretically would hold a decent edge, but who knows? This is, it's a lower end, it's going to be a lower end Damascus made out of 2 lower end blade steels. So keep that in mind. Although it does look really nice, it's not going to have as good an edge retention as you're going to get with probably whatever blade steel this comes in the plain version. G10 handle that's contoured, deep carry pocket clip that is inset into the G10. It's pretty comfortable to hold on to. We got a really roomy choke up spot. A fuller that goes the full length of the blade that's easy to reverse flick. I can reverse flick it with all of my different fingers. It's kind of fun. Very smooth drop shot action, partly because the blade is pretty heavy. That helps a lot. It feels a little sluggish on the open just because of that very, very heavy blade, but pretty decent detent on it. It's fun, Anytime you get a fall shut knife, it's always just kind of fun. So let's go out and see how it cuts. Now the factory edge here is no bueno. It is not good. I thought about maybe sharpening it before the test, but I thought I don't really want to put the time in to do that. And part of the test is to see how they did with their factory edge. So I'm not going to sharpen it. I did strop it up as best I could, and I got it so where it's cutting paper nicely. So let's go out and see what this thing's all about. And here we go. Let's get it on. Like I was saying, the blade looks really nice, the finish on it. I think it's a pretty cool blade shape too. I don't own any cleavers. I don't know, it's kind of cool. This should be a good utility cutter for sure. Same benefits that you get out of a sheep's foot or a Wharncliffe blade shape. Alright, Kev, stop messing around with the knife. Let's start cutting here. There you go. So, like I said, the factory edge is not good. I did strap it up to where we're cutting paper pretty well, though. So, keep that in mind as you're watching this video. If it had a really nice edge on it, it would have performed better. And then I would have really been able to tell how the edge retention is on this Damascus. But being that the factory edge sucked, I really am not getting a good idea of how good the edge retention is. So just be aware of that. Starting with regular thickness cardboard, here we go. I'm gripping it up in the choke up spot, that way the cardboard can't slide into the choil and get snagged and stop my cut. It's always annoying when that happens, so I like when knives have choke up spots for that reason. My finger blocks the cardboard from being able to get into the choil area and snagged up. will say it's not the most, I mean, initially when you put the knife in your hand in the choked up spot before you start cutting, it feels like it's going to be real nice and comfortable. But once you start gripping the knife and pushing through cuts, it's not the most comfortable choke up spot. Obviously, like the Shaman is going to be way more comfy choked up than this knife, but it's not bad. You do feel the clip a little bit in both positions, choked back and up. All right, the triple thickness cardboard going with the grain here. Not bad. Now let's try it with the grain, or against the grain, I mean. A lot harder to push through, but it is going. It is making a clean cut. Not bad at all. I was actually kind of anticipating not even being able to push through that the hard way, but yeah. Not too shabby. Let's do some utility cuts, which is going to be something this knife is very good at. And we can see already that is the case. Blasting through these cuts. Yeah, it felt really good. Pinch gripped, felt good. Pointer finger on the spine felt pretty good too. It does have a bit of jimping up on the spine, although it's not super grippy. It'll provide a little bit of grip or traction, but not a whole lot. Doing some turns, and pretty good. A little bit of bunching up of the cardboard, but it went through the turns nicely, cut all the way through. All right, what's next? Should we try the paper? Let's see what our edge is doing here. Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, we got problems. It's not even wanting to initially bite into the paper to begin the cut. The paper just kind of bends and folds around the edge instead of the edge passing through it. So, that's, who knows if that has to do with the edge retention of this Damascus or just the fact that it had a bad factory edge. We won't know until this has a really nice new fresh edge put on it, and then the testing happens, which I don't know. If you guys really want me to, I will. Let me know in the comments. The leather glove, having some troubles. You guys have seen, if you usually watch these cut tests, that a good sharp knife should just be able to get through that glove by just putting downward pressure, not even any sawing motion at all. But not the case here. All right, let's do some rubber tubing. Is this called nylon reinforced rubber tubing? Someone let me know. It's got like, it seems like it's got little nylon fibers in the wall of the tubing. If you guys, if there's any tube experts out there, let me know what this kind of tubing is called. It's not doing horribly. Definitely a couple sawing motions to get through it. Not awful, but not great either. sped this part up a little bit. Alright, how about some bungee cord? This is a good example of what I always say about when a good sharp knife doesn't leave any danglers with this stuff. So it's in the center is the actual rubber stretchy stuff, and then surrounding it, the black stuff is like a fine sort of nylon-ish material. And if the knife isn't real nice and sharp, it'll leave little danglers like you just saw. Right, like that. It'll leave a couple just hanging on there. If you don't have a nice sharp edge, that's what happens. So that's what I've been talking about with the danglers. Back to the paper, although there's really no point anymore. It's not cutting paper even at all. Wipe some of the tape gunk off here. It does clean off pretty well though, this Damascus. All right, let's try the strap. I mean, obviously it's not gonna cut very far through this, but I do wanna see just how far it'll get. I think with a real sharp edge, it has the potential to get all the way through. You know, we have the length. It's a blade shape where you won't really slip out very quickly. But the state that we're in right now, you saw, just made about a, I don't know, quarter of the way through. So let's try again and again, and then we finally made it through. So there you go. You know, it's a bad factory edge. I am going to strap it up just to see if I can get it back to cutting paper like it was before the testing. I'm going to run it across this 600 grit stone just once or twice to get rid of any burrs or anything that might have been caused. So we'll strap it up. Don't have high hopes, but we'll see. We'll see. You know, it was cutting paper pretty easily before the testing, and now it's not even at all. So I guess that does say something about how the edge retention is. You know, I think a nicely done edge with a, you know, good even bevel and, you know, crisp apex would have probably held its edge longer, I think. But, you know, I'm not a sharpener, so I don't know exactly how that works. I know there's a lot of variables, so I don't know. You know, take what you will from this video. Again, if it had a really nice edge on it, it would have performed a lot better, obviously. How much better? I don't know. All right, let's see. Did I make it? Did I get it to cut paper? Kinda. Maybe not. It's weird. It's like it doesn't even want to bite into the paper at all. Did I make it worse? Yeah, it's just, yeah. Not happening, man. I get the Sebenza out just because I'm frustrated. I want it to cut. I want to cut paper. I can't do it. So there you go, folks. Overall, I think it's a pretty cool design. Not something I would carry around as an EDC. But it's cool if you're into cleavers, you know. I really like the finish on the blade. I like kind of the light Damascus etch with the high polish. Looks really nice. Again, I hate the logo. I wish it wasn't there, or at least a different logo, or at least a smaller logo, something. Please change your logo, OKnife. You know, the handle was relatively comfortable. The clip, I felt it a little bit, but not too bad. The clip itself is nice. It's deep carried and inset. Goes in the pocket well, out of the pocket well. Lock bar access could be better. It's a little tight in there. I like the long fuller, you know. It's pretty fidgety. To flick with whatever finger you want and then have it just drop shut real nice. So it's fun in that way. That's about it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like the video too before you head out today. Oh yeah, also there's only 3,000 of these made, which is why they're called a limited edition, and they are numbered too, so that's kind of cool. Mine is number 1429. So yeah, they are limited, only 3,000 of them. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, anyways, like the video before you head out, and I'll see you guys soon. Love you very much, and adios.